Hello everybody, my name is Salvador Gonzalez. I'm 19 years old and this is my testimony. I want to start by saying thank you to the Lord. I never thought I could be here today, and I'm so thankful that He allowed me to do that. Growing up, I had a rough childhood. I've seen my dad chug away his pain with alcohol and seen how bad it affected my mom. I always loved sports and that kept me out the way for a while, but as you grow up, you start to notice things. When we moved out to Woodburn, because we stayed in Hubbard with my grandma and grandpa for a majority of my life, when we finally moved out to Woodburn, things got even worse. My dad's alcoholism grew, and my mom just lost it. She couldn't control it no more. It was too much worrying about the kids and then my dad as well. I witnessed my mom get raped. I remember the night vividly, and I remember the violence that occurred after. So, as you could tell, I grew up with a lot of anger in myself. As I started getting older, to the age of 13, I was robbing people. I was hurting people's families because I thought that was the way I can heal mine, is doing that to other people and putting them through what I've been through. But none of that ever satisfied me. I was doing a lot of things just to entertain myself and distract myself from what was going on at home. It wasn't until I started getting arrested and dropped off at my mom's work in handcuffs and seeing how bad it affected her that I wanted to make a change. But I didn't know how. I grew up seeing my friends doing the same thing I did, my dad, my tios, everybody I knew. So it was normal for me. I didn't know how to get away from that. I thought either I would have to die or get locked away for the rest of my life. It wasn't until one day I went home and the energy was really off. And this is not an odd occurrence, it was pretty often. Believe it or not, a lot of people would come to my house and tell me that they felt a negative energy. So I grabbed my siblings, I told them, let's go walk down the street, let's go play basketball or something, go to the baseball park. And there's a building down the street that has a hoop, let's go hoop over there. Grabbed all my siblings, we started walking down the street, and we seen another hoop, so we started playing basketball there. And it started getting a little bit colder, and the ball got stuck. Everybody started complaining. They're like, I want to go home, this is cold, I don't want to do this no more. I told them I have to go to play basketball with Malachi, I told Malachi, my brother, that I would go take him to play basketball. So we walked to the church. Well, at the time I didn't know it was a church, I just thought it was a building with the hoop. I started walking over to the church and I seen the basketball hoop, but there was a whole bunch of cars, and so I was like, I don't think we could play today, it was full. And the lady came outside and she said, what are you guys doing? And I said, oh, I was gonna play basketball, but I didn't know there was something going on, I'm sorry. She said, it's okay, we're having an Easter service right now. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And we started to begin to walk. And then Pastor Kevin came out and he was like, I heard you wanted to get your dunk on. How about you get the best dunk of your life and get baptized? I was like, wow. Before this, I wanted to get baptized. I wasn't really close to God, but being baptized, I thought it would do something good for me. So of course I said yes. I came back, and after I got baptized, it's like my eyes were open. And there's a book in the Bible that Pastor Kevin told me about. It was John chapter 9. There's a story about a blind man, and he didn't know of God, and he was just another man who came up to him, and he said he spit on the ground, grabbed mud and wiped it on his eyes, and told him to go into the river, water Siloam, and he did. When he came back, he said he can see, and that just resonated with me so much. It was like I was so blind to the sin I was living, and I created a path straight to hell for myself, and I didn't know that. And it wasn't until I got baptized that I could see a better life for myself. And so I just thank God so much that He is so amazing, and He can move people to certain positions and for a reason, at a certain time. And I'm glad I was able to be a part of it. And I just want to say that it doesn't matter where you come from, how you grew up, there's a way out, and it's God. And I can say that truly myself.